Hi guys, it's Marc Zicree of Space Command, and welcome to 2015. Where's my flying car? I wanted to bring you up to date on what's been going on with Space Command. I've been a little incommunicado because we've been busy. We've been working on the movie. I discovered something interesting, that when you're actually working hard, it's harder to communicate with people. But I wanted to let you all in on what's going on because it's really great. It's really terrific. So, and also I wanted to address something that Darwin Gosell of Singapore, one of our wonderful Space Command backers, just asked me via the Kickstarter questions. He said, "Where's the movie? Why is it taking so long?" Well, and thanks for asking, and thanks for spurring me to do this this video, because it's taking long because two reasons. One, we really are committed to quality, to getting it right, to doing it well, to taking the time. And also because, it's a small little group of people. It's not an army of people that you would have on a huge, $100 million film. But that said, Elaine pointed out something to me, which is, if you go to a DVD store or DVD store, I am talking 2014, aren't I? If you go online and download a movie, it's finished. They've made it. So you don't have to wait for the process of making it. But there was a little film called Interstellar that came out this year. Well, the first announcement on that film was when Steven Spielberg said he was going to make it back in 2006, and it came out in 2014, so it took years. The same with J.J.'s version of Star Wars, the same with many, many science fiction films that have tons of effects and many bells and whistles. It just takes time, every part of it, and Space Command is no different. So that's a part of it, because you guys funded this thing, and you were coming in at the very, very beginning of the process when I hadn't even completed the screenplay. And so it was completing the screenplay, hiring the actors, doing our wonderful worldwide talent search, all the things that you've been aboard for, and that's one of the reasons why it is protracted. But the great news is that we're now editing the film. We finished principal photography. As you know, we shot a lot of the stuff with Doug Jones, Bob Picardo, Mira Furlan, Bill Mumy in March. We shot about 45 minutes of the film then, and then we retooled to build more of our sets and really gear up, and we shot the rest of the film in September, October. Now, within the next week or two, we're going to have the assemblage of the entire movie. Now, that's not even the rough cut. That's just where we can watch it from beginning to end. We have been refining some of the scenes and dropping in some test effect shots and so forth. But what will happen over the next few weeks is we then refine the rough cut. We're already in conversation with our special effects guys around the world. So we're talking with Jeff Mark, our wonderful VFX supervisor here in LA, and many of the other effects people we're dealing with here, but also Tobias Richter in Germany, Chess and the wonderful VFX animation school in Spain, Nicholas Alanis, who won the Lightwave contest, designing the amazing EMA alien ship that some of you have seen in some of our previous backers updates. He's in Italy, so it's a cast of characters around the world, and we're starting to generate those effect sequences and those effect shots. Meanwhile, we're ramping up to shoot the next film, so I've done a new draft of the script. Elaine's just given me notes. We're planning, to shoot that probably in March. And meanwhile, some of my friends are shooting some films in our Space Command studios, and they're building sets that we can redress and utilize in Space Command. So it just keeps growing and growing and growing, but in a terrific way, just like with Star Trek or Babylon 5 or any of the films and shows I worked on, where you would have numerous sets that you could redress and reuse to create that universe. So it's every day we're working hard, long hours, but amazing things. Dave Edison, our terrific editor, is delivering a couple of scenes per day of the assemblage to us, and it's just every day is like opening a new Christmas present, and I can't wait to share this with you and show it to you, because it's just phenomenal and quite wonderful. It's just like when Ray Bradbury, my dear friend and mentor, during the last years of his life, he was very hard of hearing, and I went with him to many signings and events, and when he was putting on his plays and so forth. And because he couldn't hear very well, when people would come to him and be praising him, if he couldn't hear, he would go to his default comment, which was "wonderful, wonderful," because someone would be saying, "Well, I loved Fahrenheit 451. It was my favorite book when I was a kid. Wonderful, wonderful," or "Something Wicked This Way Comes. Wonderful, wonderful." So, I'll keep that in mind for my advancing years. But also, just back to Space Command. In terms of fulfillment, we're working on the lobby cards, the making of Space Command art book, the patches, all that stuff. We're designing them. We're getting price quotes. We haven't forgotten all of the things we've promised. So just be aware, it's very much on our mind. And but just a little small group of us here. So by the way, if anyone wants to volunteer and help and be part of that team to get stuff done, to get stuff out, we're very open to that. And of course, our investors, people who've been buying shares in Space Command for the first film, those all sold out. In the second film, our investors from Film 1 are buying into Film 2, but there's still shares as well left. So if you're interested in that, just you can email me at marczicree@gmail.com, or you can call me at 323-363-1259. I'm happy to talk with people and answer questions and send material and all of those things. Beyond that, over the next few days and weeks, I'm going to be doing a number of more updates, including one. It's been requested that I do one reminiscing about working with all the different actors on Space Command and what they're like. And so I will be telling those stories about Doug Jones, Bob Picardo, Mira Furlan, Bill Mumy, Mike Harney, Ethan McDowell, Sarah Marafino, Brian McClure, our terrific actors, our terrific cast, and just kind of bringing you much more into the loop and sharing all of this terrific experience with you. Beyond that, I had lunch a few weeks ago with my friend Glenn Mazzaro, who had been the showrunner on Walking Dead. Now he's running a new show called Damien that's going to be on very shortly. And he suggested I start a channel called Mr. Sci-Fi, a YouTube channel where I'm talking about Space Command and talking about science fiction. People like Ray Bradbury and Ray Harryhausen, people I've known and worked with. And so I'm doing that. So if you want to hear what's going on with me and hear more about my world of science fiction, just go on YouTube and subscribe to that channel. And I'm posting videos every few days on that. It's not time intensive like Space Command. It's pretty easy. So I just start talking and turn on my phone. That's something science fiction never predicted, that we'd all be carrying video cameras in our pockets and that would be our telephone. So pretty cool. It's not a flying car, but it's not bad. So anyway, so that's about it for now. Just in the next few days I will be posting more, but I just wanted to let you know what's going on. And so I'm glad that Darwin Gosell spurred me to do this. And again, feel free to reach out to me with questions. If you're in LA, give a holler, and sometime soon we'll have a tour of the studio so people can actually see the sets and all of that. So that's it for now. Marc Zicree of Space Command. Talk to you real soon.